hello everyone. So welcome to this week's theory quiz. I hope you had a good week and you've got last week's answers because it's time to go through last week. So on to question number 1. It was sort the 4 items into 2 categories. So it has Te Deum, Nunc Dimittis, Magnificat and Jubilate. But they can be split into items sung during Matins and items sung during Evensong. So Evensong we have Magnificat and Nunc Dimittis. And for Matins, we have the Te Deum and Jubilate. So well done if you got that. It's a point for each correct category. So Evensong and Matins. That's 2 points.
Good. So question number 2 was a true or false. The statement was, the first scale degree is also called the tonic. This is true. We do call scale degree number 1 the tonic, the home note.
Question number 3, what is missing in this sequence? So we have C major and A minor, so that's a relative minor of C major, G major and E minor, so the relative minor of D major is B minor. So if you've got B minor, well done. It's a relative minor of D major.
Question number 4, how do we remember what these space notes are? So we did have a question like similar to this in the first week, I think it was, but I was with the treble clef. So here with the bass clef, the space notes are A, C, E, and G going from bottom to top. And so we can use something like all cows eat grass. Although another one we invented this year was all choristers enjoy games. So you can use that one if you would like. But yeah, those are the notes.
Question number 5, what do we use to remember the order of the sharps? Well, it is my favourite rhyme. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So F sharp is the first one, then F sharp and C sharp, and so on. Mr. Morrell, do you know what it is backwards?
Oh, battle ends and down goes Charles' father.
Brilliant. So that's for the flats. It's a fun fact. It's called a palindrome if it's the same backwards and forwards.
Question number 6. So this question was a little bit more involved than normally. But assuming we're in A major, I wanted you to write out all the scale degrees which feature on the word magnify, which is in the little red box there. So it's a list of 7 numbers, some of which might have repeated, and it was scale degree 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that gives you, if you think about that in terms of where those notes would lie within the octave, it gives you the melodic shape. It goes up and then down, and it goes down lower than where it started. So well done if you got that. Question
number 7. What should you do on Spirit Hath in the red box? You should get louder because that's a crescendo marking above it. So well done if you spotted that.
Question number 8. How do we measure the distances between notes? The word begins with it's interval. We use intervals to measure the distances between notes. So if we have 2 notes, we could say there is an interval of something between them. So that's how we'd fit it into a sentence.
Question number 9. How many psalms are there in total? There are 150. So we don't sing all of them because some of them are said during morning prayer, but every month between morning and evening prayer, all 150 are said or sung. Fun fact.
Lots of psalms. Psalms are great. Question number 10. So, on the theme of psalms, name one way a psalm is similar to a hymn. So there's a couple of slightly different things you could say here. One of them is that you're repeating the same melody each time with different words in both a hymn and a psalm. Another thing could be to do with how they're printed on the page, because for both psalms and hymns, we normally separate the music from the words, which is linked to this point because it makes it easier to write it down. So well done if you said something along those lines.
Question number 11. How many crotchets fit into a semi-breve? Well, a crotchet is worth 1 beat in a normal 4/4 time signature, and semi-breve is worth 4. So get 4 crotchets in a semi-breve.
Question number 12. During evensong, what do we sing after the first set of responses, Miss Morgan?
Always get all confused. It is the psalm.
Psalm or psalms, if we've got more than one for the day. Or just one psalm if it's a really long one, like 15th evening, which is very long. Good psalm though.
Question 13. What minor key has this key signature? Well, that's a G major key signature, so it is E minor.
Question number 14. What does a semi-quaver rest look like? So it looks quite similar to a quaver rest with the addition of an extra little tail thing, which is a bit similar to how we get to a semi-quaver from a quaver. We add an extra tail to the stem. So that's what a semi-quaver rest looks like.
And finally, question 15. Is there a single note which is longer than a semi-breve? Yes, there is. And it's called a breve. So well done if you put yes, that's all you need to put. But if you put breve, well done. And that's an additional point.
Ooh, bonus point.
Bonus point.
Bonus point.
On to the quiz for this week. So moving on to question 1. So new sheet of paper, new page. Got a new piece to look at this week. And this piece is by a composer called Finzi. So first of all, what major key is this piece in? So remember where to look to find that information.
Question number 2. Describe the time signature, the bar before the first vocal entry. Okay, so we do change time signature a fair bit on this page, but find the bar immediately before the first vocal entry. Say what you see and describe what that might mean in time signature terms.
Question number 3, sorry. What does finito mean? So finito is found in that same bar, the bar before everyone comes in, so ritenuto. If you're not sure, have a guess, look what's around it, it might give you a clue.
Question number 4. What does maestoso mean? So maestoso is a word that features in the tempo marking at the very top of the page. And what does it mean? It's an Italian term. Think about any English words that sound similar to it. You might have heard us talk about maestoso before.
Question 5, true or false? The tenors are singing the same note as the basses. So in these last 2 bars, the tenors are on the second line from the bottom and the basses on the bottom line. Check your clefs, that's a hint. Are they singing the same notes?
Question number 6. Name the interval between the soprano parts in the second bar of the second line. So I might just get the pointer up to help point you in the right direction. So we're looking for the soprano parts in the second bar of the second line. So that is here, either side of the red dot that you can see. What is the interval between those 2 notes?
Question number 7. Name the new major key signature on the second line. So before we had 4 sharps, now we have 4 flats. What is this major key signature?
Question number 8, true or false? The tied notes stay the same when the key signature changes. Okay, so we've got quite a big key signature change towards the end of this line, so about here. I don't know whether you can see the red dot or not, but there are notes that are tied across that key signature change. Are they the same? Think about whether the clue might be in the way the question has been asked.
Question number 9. Name the highest note in the bass part. So again, we're on the bottom line of vocal lines. So the highest note, and check your clefs.
Question number 10. What does allargando mean? So allargando is here. So think about whereabouts in the piece this marking is written. And if you're not 100% sure, see if you can take an educated guess. What do we normally do at the end of pieces? Oh no, I've given it away. Allargando is in the penultimate bar, near the end.
Question 11. How many semiquavers go into a minim? So we had crotchets into a semibreve last week. This one's a bit more complicated. So think, how long do semiquavers last? And how long do minims last?
Question number 12. Describe this time signature. 3-8. Okay, so don't just say 3-8. What does 3-8 mean? Think about top number versus bottom number, and think about the template sentence that we use when we want to explain what time signatures actually mean.
Question 13. So thinking, what scale degree is a B natural in C major? So think about the scale of C major. What number would we give to B natural?
Question number 14. Put these instruments in order from lowest to highest. So we've got 4 instruments here. Have a think about what family they're from, because we've got different instrumental families in the orchestra. But can you order them from the lowest to the highest?
And final question 15, true or false? C minor is the relative minor of E flat major. So have a think what those key signatures would look like, and true or false. So that's the quiz for this week, everyone. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, then feel free to contact us on Teams or on our email address. And so well done, and we'll see you next week.